Hello, and welcome to 3Crosses Woodcarving video logs, vlogs as it is. And today, it's been a while since I've done a video log, and I thought I would come in today and talk about a question that I hear a lot of people talking about, whether it's on the Woodcarving Illustrated forum or just carvers that I meet with and know. And the question is, what do you do when you kind of get in a slump? You don't feel like carving, and you just don't have any inspiration. What do you do? So I thought today I'd kind of give y'all guys an answer about what I do when this happens to me. And the first thing that comes to mind is I like to look at carving magazines. Like Woodcarving Illustrated right here. It's a very good magazine. It's got a lot of pictures of some really nice carvings. It's got a lot of how-to-dos and things like that, and patterns and things that you can carve, and that's a really good way to get yourself interested and jazzed about carving. And there's also Chip Chats magazine, which is the magazine of the North American Woodcarvers Association. When you join and become a member, this is part of it, and it's got a lot of the competitions that are going on around the country, and I look at it and it kind of inspires me to do better carvings, more precise and more detailed, things like that. And you also have Carving Magazine, which is another really good one. It's got a lot of projects going on in it, a lot of really good carvers that do articles. And that is another way that you can look at the pictures, do the projects if you want to, and help you to find ideas to get you jazzed about carving. Another thing you can do is you can look at carving images on the web. And man, there's thousands of them, thousands of them. Go to Google and type in what kind of carving you're interested in, whether it's a wood spirit or relief carving, or you can just, like if you're doing landscapes, you can type in landscapes, and there's pictures there that you might want to take and make a pattern out of or something like that. Uh, it's literally unlimited, all the pictures you can find if you just do a little searching there on Google or something like that. There's also the WCI, the Woodcarving Illustrated Gallery. Man, there's a lot of good carvers in there. You can go in there and look at the pictures that they've posted, and look at the articles for that matter. There's a lot of tutorial type things on the Woodcarving Illustrated forum too. So that's another really good way. One of the best ways is simply get with some other carvers. If you're lucky enough to live close to a carving club, join it. Or even if you belong to a carving club and they only meet monthly or whatever, well, just get with another carver. Every Saturday morning, I meet with a group of usually 8 to 10, 12 people, whoever shows up, and we carve. That's all we do. And there's a lot of good camaraderie there, and there's a lot of good carvers there, and that can get you going and interested and give you ideas or get you help, especially if you need help, those kind of things. And then the last way is just start carving. It's that simple. Get you a board. Doesn't matter what kind of carver you are. Find you a picture, find you a drawing, or draw something on your own and just start carving. Just let it be a practice piece if you want to. Just anything to get those juices flowing and get your creativity going. It works for me. It really does. A lot of times on Saturday morning, I work physically hard all weekend. I'm wore out and I need rest on the weekends. And sometimes on Saturday mornings, I don't feel like carving, but I go anyway. And when I sit down and get around those carvers and start talking and pick up a piece and start carving, those juices get to flowing. A lot of times on Saturday morning, if I'm not teaching somebody how to start a face, I just grab up a block and start carving the nose and let it go where it wants to go. A good example of that is I've been messing around and I started a piece and carved a beard and a mustache, and I was going to make what was I going to make? I don't even remember. But one of the guys said, man, that looks like a biker dude. So that's what I was going to make a pirate. That's what it was. I was going to make a pirate with a bandana. and all that stuff. And then there's my buddy Matthew that you've already met, my apprentice. And so I'm carving a biker dude, and I'll probably finish it today. Didn't get to carve yesterday with my group because I had work, and I'm actually on call today, and probably will have to go in later on this afternoon. But I'm fixing to go, when I finish this, go meet with Matthew, and we're going to sit down and carve. And I'll probably finish that guy, or I might start another one. Who knows? It doesn't matter. But those kind of things will really help you to give you inspiration, to get you jazzed about carving, to help you progress in your carving, those kind of things. And I think those will work for you. Now, I'd like to have a little feedback on this. And you can send me an email or post on my blog ideas you may have had. What works for you? Or if some of these ideas help you out, let us know. We like to have the feedback. Like to know that we're actually doing some good. We're not just wasting time doing these videos. You know, some other tips for beginner carvers, and it especially goes to getting around other carvers. You know, one of the quickest ways, there's several ways to kind of shortcut the time it takes to learn how to carve. When I started out on my own the first 5 or 6 years, I really wasn't around many people at all. So I had to kind of come up with what I learned on my own, and boy, it takes a long time to do it that way. If you can get around somebody that can teach you the steps, the ropes, so to speak, the techniques, what tools to use, that cuts that learning curve down quite a bit. You know, you can watch videos, like my videos here on the blog or on YouTube. There's other people like Gene Messner that's got some really good videos for beginner type carvers or people that want to do flat plane type stuff. And you got Arlene that's on there, and she does a lot of different and various tutorials and videos. There's a guy named Jim Red Hawk who does some really fine Indians, and literally there's videos for everything. Mark Akers does a bunch of them. There's really too many to name. Gene Webb does a bunch of them. Alan Goodman does a bunch of them. And those kind of things can help you cut that learning curve down quite a bit. Now, I encourage you, if you buy a video, whether it's mine or somebody else's, that you learn what they have to teach you, and then you incorporate that into your own style. Come up with your own style. You don't always want, every time you go to a show and you've got a piece sitting there, somebody walks up and says, oh, you've been looking at a Mark Akers video or a Gary McDaniel video, because they can see that the piece you carved looks exactly like the piece they would carve. You know, take the things you learn, and everybody does this, and put them together with the things that you like and come up with your own style. And that'll happen at some point if you carve enough. The other tip is, for beginners, is carve. Carve, carve, carve. There is no way you can completely shortcut the carving learning curve. It's all a matter of getting in there and learning how to do it. Every time you carve something different, you'll learn something. Every time I carve something, a new face, I learn something. And that's how you progress. So just carve every day if you can. And if not, carve as often as you can. And don't worry about making mistakes. Don't worry about it, you know, not looking quite right. I've never carved anything yet that I've been really satisfied with. That's just part of it, and that's how you progress. So I hope these things have helped you out, and I hope it won't be quite so long between this video vlog and the next one I do. But we like to have comments. Please comment if you would on this video or anything I do, whether it's on YouTube, on my blog, or on Facebook, or whatever. We like to have feedback so we know that we're doing something worthwhile here. I also want to remind you that coming up in July is the Southeastern Woodcarving School. Hopefully, not hopefully, I will be down there teaching, even if I only have one student. And there's a lot of really great teachers going down there, whether you're interested in faces, reliefs. Randy Walters is going to be there. He's really good. There are going to be people carving animals. Dylan Goodson's going to be down there. And I think he's going to do a statue type thing. but there's some really good carvers, really good instructors going to be there, and it sure would be nice if I got to meet some people that come to my blog. I'd really like that a lot. So if you've got the time and you can afford it, come on down to Montgomery, Alabama and carve with us there. This is Gary McDaniel from 3Crosses Woodcarving saying y'all carve every day, and if you got time, come carve with us. Thank you.